Blue skies turned tragic, the story of Flight 261. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow across the Pacific Ocean. It was a serene and picturesque evening, the kind that makes you pause and appreciate the beauty of nature. But on this particular evening, the tranquility was about to be shattered. January 31st, 2000 seemed like just another day. People went about their routines, unaware of the impending disaster. For the passengers and crew of Alaska Airlines Flight 261, it was supposed to be a routine flight from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, to Seattle, Washington, with a stopover in San Francisco. But for the 88 souls aboard Alaska Airlines Flight 261, tragedy lurked around the corner. Families, friends, and colleagues boarded the plane looking forward to their destinations. Some were returning from vacations, others from business trips, all with plans and dreams for the future. Their MD-83, a workhorse of the skies, was about to become a tomb. The aircraft, known for its reliability, had flown countless hours without incident. But on this fateful day, a hidden mechanical issue would turn it into a vessel of despair. This is the story of their fight for survival, a fight against a silent, unseen enemy mechanical failure. The pilots, seasoned and skilled, were suddenly thrust into a battle with a malfunctioning horizontal stabilizer, a critical component that controls the pitch of the aircraft. It's a story of courage under unimaginable pressure. The crew worked tirelessly, trying to regain control of the aircraft while passengers clung to hope and each other. In those final moments, bravery and humanity shone through the darkness. And it's a story that changed aviation forever. The tragedy of Flight 261 led to significant changes in aviation safety regulations, ensuring that such a disaster would never happen again. The legacy of those who perished lives on, reminding us of the importance of vigilance and the relentless pursuit of safety in the skies. Flight 261, a routine journey begins. Flight 261 began like countless others. Originating in sunny Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, it carried vacationers and business travelers alike. Their destination, Seattle, Washington. At the helm were two experienced pilots, Captain Ted Thompson and First Officer William Tansky. They had thousands of flight hours under their belts. The mood was light, the flight routine. Little did anyone know a tiny metal part, a jack screw, held the fate of everyone on board. Warning signs. Trouble at 26,000 feet. Cruising at 26,000 feet, the first sign of trouble appeared. A loud bang echoed through the cabin. The plane began to pitch violently. The pilots, taken aback, struggled to control the aircraft. They contacted air traffic control, reporting a stabilizer problem. Unbeknownst to them, the jack screw, responsible for controlling the plane's pitch, had failed. Their routine flight had become a desperate fight for survival. A desperate struggle battling a malfunctioning aircraft. For 40 harrowing minutes, the pilots wrestled with the malfunctioning plane. They fought against incredible odds, trying every procedure in the book and improvising when necessary. Their voices, captured on the cockpit voice recorder, paint a picture of extraordinary skill and calm under pressure. They fought to regain control, to buy precious time. Their goal, to safely land the crippled aircraft. Section 5. The final plunge, a catastrophic failure. Then, the unthinkable happened. The aircraft, which had been cruising smoothly, suddenly encountered a severe mechanical issue. The pilots, experienced and calm, tried to regain control, but the situation rapidly deteriorated. The overstrained jack screw, a critical component of the aircraft's tail assembly, completely failed. This failure was catastrophic, rendering the aircraft's stabilizer useless. The pilots fought valiantly, but the plane was no longer responding to their commands. The MD-83, now uncontrollable, went into a terrifying nosedive. Passengers and crew were thrown into chaos as the plane plummeted towards the earth. The force of the descent pinned everyone to their seats, making movement nearly impossible. Plunging towards the Pacific at over 120 miles per hour, the plane was beyond saving. The ocean, which had looked so serene from above, now loomed as a deadly force. The pilots' desperate attempts to level the aircraft were in vain. The horrifying descent lasted only 80 seconds, but to those on board, it felt like an eternity. The sheer speed and angle of the descent made recovery impossible. The aircraft's systems were overwhelmed and the ground rushed up to meet them. The impact just off the coast of Point Mugu, California was unsurvivable. The force of the crash shattered the aircraft into pieces, scattering debris across the ocean surface. Rescue teams would later find only fragments of the once proud plane. The Pacific, moments ago bathed in the golden hues of sunset, now swallowed the wreckage of Flight 261. The serene beauty of the ocean stood in stark contrast to the tragedy that had just unfolded. The loss was profound, and the impact would be felt for years to come. Section 6. Searching for answers. The aftermath of the crash. The crash sent shockwaves across the world. Rescue crews raced to the scene, but any hope of finding survivors quickly faded. The wreckage, scattered across the ocean floor, told a grim tale. The recovery effort was massive, involving the Navy, Coast Guard, and even private contractors. Their mission to recover the victims in the wreckage, seeking clues to the cause of this inexplicable tragedy. Section 7. Unraveling the mystery, the investigation, and its findings. The investigation was long and complex. The National Transportation Safety Board, or NTSB, meticulously pieced together the wreckage, analyzed data, and listened to the harrowing cockpit voice recordings. Their findings were damning. The jack screw had failed due to a lack of lubrication, a simple maintenance task overlooked. This neglect led to excessive wear and ultimately, the catastrophic failure. Section 8. Lessons learned, strengthening aviation safety. The loss of Flight 261 led to significant changes in the aviation industry. The NTSB issued numerous recommendations focusing on maintenance practices, regulatory oversight, and pilot training. Airlines implemented more rigorous maintenance procedures for critical components like the jack screw. The tragedy served as a harsh reminder of the importance of meticulous maintenance and the devastating consequences of even the smallest oversight. Section 9. Remembering the Victims, a Legacy of Loss and Progress. The crash of Alaska Airlines Flight 261 was a tragedy that claimed 88 innocent lives. On January 31, 2000, the aircraft plunged into the Pacific Ocean near Point Mugu, California, leaving behind a trail of grief and unanswered questions. The incident shook the aviation world and brought to light the vulnerabilities in airline safety protocols. Families and friends of the victims gathered at memorial sites, their hearts heavy with sorrow. The flowers, candles, and personal mementos left behind serve as a poignant reminder of the lives lost. Each name etched on the memorial plaque tells a story of dreams unfulfilled and futures cut short. Their memories live on, a reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of aviation safety. In the wake of this disaster, the aviation industry took significant steps to ensure such a tragedy would not happen again. Rigorous maintenance checks, enhanced safety protocols, and advanced training for pilots and crew became the new standard. The loss of Flight 261 led to these critical improvements, making flying safer for everyone. The lessons learned from this incident have been integrated into the very fabric of aviation safety. Though the scars of this tragedy remain, the legacy of Flight 261 serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of learning from such events to prevent future tragedies. The ocean waves crashing against the rocks symbolize the relentless passage of time, yet the memory of those lost continues to inspire progress. As airplanes take off into the sky, we are reminded of the advancements made in their honor, ensuring that their loss was not in vain.